one of the most complicated criterias in eligibility across any qualification we've come across is with US CPA. So let me just make it easy for all of y'all, and especially if you are contemplating whether you're eligible or not, and you don't want to just rely on other institutes to tell you this is how it goes, right? So first of all, why is it so complex? Because unlike Indian CA or CFA or ACCA, where if you fulfill certain criteria, you can register. Okay, that's the simple. So for example, in Indian CA, as long as you've cleared your grade 12, you can appear for it. That's it, simple. In CPA, no, it's actually quite complex. So USA has 55 different jurisdictions, right? 50 states plus I think there are 5 provinces. And if I want to register for CPA, each state has a different criteria, and that's why it becomes really complex. Because if you're from India, how do you know which state to register for? Right from understanding the criteria of each state to planning, okay, I want to register for, with New York or with California. It becomes difficult for majority. Handful of us would probably be very clear about it. So not only do you have to figure out whether you're eligible, but you have to also plan which state, and that's why the complications basically exponentially higher than the others. So we figured out we're going to suggest the easiest way for all of us to calculate whether we are eligible or not. So first of all, guys, you got to understand that out of the 55 states, many states most of us will directly be ineligible for, because they require the social security number, which essentially means that we need to be US citizens. So since I'm assuming that a lot of us won't be, our 55 states basically come down to a few handful. We've seen registering our candidates through states like Guam or Montana have been really helpful. Washington is another one. Pennsylvania is another one. I would suggest you guys look at these. But in today's video, I'm going to mostly talk about whatever I'm referring to will be for Guam and Montana, because those are the ones where we feel have the least rigid criteria for Indian students. Now, this is through with the states. Now come back to your own criteria, right? The US CPA requires you to have something known as 120 credits to appear for an exam and 150 credits for attaining license. Now, our goal will be to get 150 because it doesn't make sense in just giving the exam and not getting license. So how do we get to 150 credits? First of all, if you've done BCom or any BCom equivalent from a UGC approved university in India. So Mumbai University, Delhi University, IGNOU, all of these are eligible. Each year of BCom gives you 30 credits. So as long as you've done BCom, you get a total of 90 credits. That's sorted, right? Most of us who ideally would want to apply for CPA have to be graduates by default. So I'm assuming that is a given for all of us. So if we've got 90, to be eligible, we need 30 more credits, and for license, we need 60 more credits. So how do we get into it? Point number 1. If you are sort of appearing for your master's, let's take MCom, right? Again, from the same university as you appeared for BCom. Each year of MCom also gives you 30 credits. MCom is generally for 2 years. So if you do MCom for 2 years, that's another 60 credits. So 90 plus 60 gives you 150 credits. So BCom plus MCom is eligible for CPA as well as licensure, sorry. If you are a graduate today and you've not even begun your MCom, but you want to appear for CPA, what you can do is you can sign up for MCom, and along with the first year of MCom, you can start studying for your CPA, right? Parallelly. By the time you complete studying for CPA, almost a year should have passed by which you can complete your first year of MCom. Remember, 1 year of MCom gives you 30 credits. So 90 for BCom plus 30 for MCom gives you 120, which gets you eligible for CPA. So you can then start appearing for the exams, simultaneously finish your second year of MCom, right? By the end, which you'll get 150 credits. And with that, you can then apply for the license. So people who are open to appearing for MCom, even if you've not started, you can appear for CPA without any problems. This is one huge chunk for most of us. It's easy. Applying for MCom is not that difficult. Passing MCom parallelly with CPA and maybe even working is not that hard. So this is step 1. Step 2, if you appear for CA exams, right? If you're a qualified chartered accountant, you already have way more than 150 credits, you're sorted, you can appear for CPA. So this MCom or CA for Indian students, along with BCom, This should take care of your entire eligibility in India. And the states you go for, the best one, the easiest one for now is Guam, and second would be Montana. My suggestion to you guys, first of all, you might hear about things like if you are a NAC accredited university, then even with your just BCom, you are eligible for appearing for CPA. Now this is being phased out. So my again suggestion to you guys is don't jump into it. You will any which ways need to appear for MCom because of your 150 credit requirement. So this is to do with NAC. Finally, guys, there are always changes that these US states have. So we've been updated that there will be some update with Guam by the end of December 21. So once that happens, we'll let you know. But till then, you can freely register with any of these states, or you can reach out to people like us who will do it on your behalf. Lastly, after you realize you're eligible, how do you register? This is actually a tiresome process. It takes close to 2 to 3 months and sometimes even more. You need to get your university transcripts, which are essentially mark sheets. You need to have them in a particular kind of sealed envelope, send them to a body called NASBA, not to CPA. So CPA's institute is called AICPA, the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants. Unlike CA or ACCA or CFA, where the institute itself, you have to reach out for registrations, CPA has a little differentiation. There is something known as the AICPA body, which actually is the one which sets up the exams, checks our papers and gives us the certificate. And then there is another body called NASBA. NASBA goes through this entire process of making sure that you're eligible or not and ensuring that for the states you're applying, all your transcripts, all your mark sheets, do they qualify or not? So again, do not jump into the whole NASBA bit. There are other bodies like NASBA. So one of them is called WES and so on and so forth. It starts becoming a little complex. So just to simplify it, guys, once you realize you're eligible, reach out to people like us who can help with the entire registration process. We'll take care of it from start to end. Similarly, if you don't even want to get into the headache of whether you're eligible or not, again, you can reach out to us. We would be able to generate a report telling us whether you're eligible or not from scratch. So guys, this is a gist of how the eligibility works, as well as how the registration process, what is the procedure, the time it takes.